Okay, so a bunch of people have been asking me to try this browser called Vivaldi, which is apparently a privacy-focused browser that's somehow not fully open source. Yeah, that's interesting. Although they do get audited, so I guess that's okay. It's also based in Europe, and they have a VPN built into the browser, which is powered by Proton, which, by the way, I also recommend everyone use. Now, please, Proton, sponsor me. I will do anything for you. Please. But anyways, right now I'm using Helium and ditched Brave because of the funny stuff. So today I'm going to see what Vivaldi is actually like. And since it's based in Europe, I guess I can trust this guy with my data. Probably. But let's download it and start the timer.
A few minutes later.
Okay, so I got it installing right now, and what's this? Set up Vivaldi for keyboard use and assistive technology. What is it even? Well, it's disabled by default, so I'm just gonna leave that alone. And looks like they've got an account page here. Well, I'm just gonna skip that, and yeah, I'm gonna untick all of this. And now it looks like I can set up my privacy as well. That's actually pretty nice. And here's the style part. Looks like the simple layout basically makes it look like every other browser. Classic adds this sidebar over here, which is nice. And vertical tabs, well, it does exactly what it says. Then we've got auto hide, and yeah, it just hides everything. That's cool. And then we got bottom tabs, which, well, just... Next, we've got themes. Well, now I wonder. Anyways, looks like I can also choose what I want inside the panel. That's actually a really nice feature, although I don't need notes because I use Obsidian for that now. And apparently they also have mail and a bunch of other stuff here, but they're disabled, which I actually like. And now, what's this? You have made your first personal touches to Vivaldi. Wise words, man. And... okay, this button doesn't click. I'm just going to create a new tab and leave this. Now, why is it showing my exact neighborhood name? That's concerning.
Anyway, so first we've got the start page here, and it seems like there are different sections for different websites. That's actually pretty nice, but can I remove this? Well, yeah, I can. And I can remove these too. And now the entire thing just disappeared, but I can add them back, so that's good. I also like how the icons jump up when I hover over them. It's a tiny thing, but it feels nice, you know? And now we've got the hamburger menu. I actually like that it uses the browser icon instead of just throwing 3 random lines at me. It's pretty similar to the hamburger menu you'd find in other Chromium browsers, so nice touch. Next, we've got the VPN thing, and yep, it's Proton. And next, we've got the account thingy. Yeah, let's remove that too. At this point, I think I've removed almost every feature Vivaldi gave me, which is kind of impressive, not gonna lie. But now, what's this? Anyway, this is actually a really nice feature. I don't even know what this is technically called, but every app should have whatever this is. And next we've got this thing. And yep, it does what most browsers do today. Nice. Well, I guess that's pretty much it for the new tab page. Okay, now let's see what's actually inside the settings. And okay, there's a lot here. We've got some basic stuff, and apparently we can select our wallpaper here, so let's pick this one. And yep, it works just like that. By the way, this wallpaper was sent to me by Tripez, so shout out to him for giving me this. Anyways, back to the settings. Looks like I can change the presets here again, and what's this? Bruh, it just gave me the old layout back. But I just noticed this blur effect around the browser, which actually looks pretty nice with the wallpaper. I can also make the UI a bit smaller, which is nice. And there's the auto hide feature again. Now let's look at themes. And okay, I can switch themes from here. And these actually look pretty nice. And apparently even the shapes of some UI elements change as well. That's cool. And there's a theme gallery too. Wait, have you seen the loading animation? It literally shows the progress right here. That's a lot better than just a spinning circle. Anyways, there are a ton of community-made themes here. Some of these actually look pretty good. Now, what are these? Well, I don't stack my tabs, but I guess this could be useful for people who do. And apparently I can customize this too. Now wait, I can hide the URL bar too? It's like I can just remove the entire browser. Okay, now let's look at search engines. I've never actually used Start Page before, so I guess I'll try it. For image search though, let's just switch that to Google because fuck Microsoft. But anyways, we've got gestures too. And yep, mail and all of that stuff is here too. And they're disabled. Man, there are so many features here. I genuinely don't even know what I'm supposed to show. But anyways, I wonder what these buttons actually do. And I guess this hasn't loaded yet? What if I just remove this and add my own thing? Like YouTube. And yep, that works. Now, this is what I wanted. But wait. This is better. I wonder if I can change this side of it too. Let me see. If I click here and customize toolbar, oh, okay. Looks like I can add whatever I want here. If I drag the URL bar, yep, I can just put it right here. Maybe having it on top would look pretty good. And yep, exactly what I wanted. But there are so many buttons I can add here. There's basically an option for every little element. And they even have a spacer so I can organize everything properly. This is just ridiculous. In a good way. But I think I should probably reset this. Move the tabs back to the top. And yeah, I can probably work with this layout. But actually, wait, let me try to make this work properly. First, panels, and let's move this to the right. Next, tabs, and move this to the left, and yeah, I think I've got it. Now, if I search for hide, enable auto hide, and that's it. Everything is finally where I want it. And these websites are actually loading now too, which is nice. So let's hide all of this, and this can go too. And there we go. Literally nothing. But not gonna lie, I kind of like this. Anyway, now I want to see how heavy this browser actually is. And
oh my God, bro. Oh, hell no.
Okay, it's heavy. I've basically got nothing running other than this one widget, and my RAM is still getting cooked. But on Helium, I've got 2 tabs open, a bunch of extensions installed, and somehow it's still lighter than Vivaldi. Well, I'm not that surprised because Vivaldi has way more features than pretty much any browser I've ever used. This thing is basically Opera GX, but like better.
Okay, wait. Apparently, Vivaldi was made by the same guy who founded Opera, and some of the people who worked on Opera are also behind Vivaldi, which explains a lot on why it felt so similar. I actually realized this while I was editing the video, which is why I'm telling you this right now instead of earlier. But anyways, now you know. Enjoy the rest of the video.
And I think that's what makes Vivaldi so interesting. This might be the most feature-rich browser I've ever used. There are hundreds of settings here, and there's absolutely no way I can cover all of them in one video. But after using it for a while, I actually understand why people kept telling me to try it. But would I switch to Vivaldi right now? Well, I don't know yet. I really like how customizable it is, but I'm also someone who likes keeping my browser pretty simple. So I think I'll have to actually use it for a while before I can give you a proper answer. Anyways, be safe. And hey, have a drink of water. Trust me, you need it. Good. Now, as I was saying, like the video and be safe. Peace.